So last time, Reese and Duchess met up with Susie Bell and got various information. They got the blueprint of the tower. She also told them that Thornton's lab is a couple floors lower than the Grand Ball. With the Grand Ball, which is the room with all the clock faces and things. Also mentioned Cordelia Booker. And Susie says she doesn't know where she is, but she can see what she can do about information about that. But her priority is Debbie. She also mentioned that the doors will be unlocked. Scout returned from the circumference and had a sword that had been forged in Central. And it was being used by pirates, being groups from the Badlands. Barb crafted a card for Callie and got everyone to sign it, and then returned to her room and wrote a letter to her Aunt Agatha, declaring war from her and the Hades ladies against them, and included the signatures, having ripped it off of the card. And she sent that through the post when she figured out how it worked. Reese returned to Hades ladies with a new horse, Millicent. Barb proceeded to name the horse Belinda. Scout apologized to Duchess for hurting her, using a well-practiced and memorized apology. Scout, unfortunately, still feels guilty. But Duchess feels better. Let's see. Duchess wrote to a few journalists about her intent to join the Society of Gentlefolk. Scout learned to ride a bike. Barb gently broke it to Duchess that she was aware of her feelings toward her, but it wouldn't work out between the two of them.
Heartbreaking.
Heartbreaking, waiting to see if that, but letting the things with Aya progress naturally if they should. The group also discovered that Captain Brass will be entering the race with Executor Mastiff, and proceeded to sneak into Mastiff's garage, essentially, and sabotage the vehicle in some fashion.
Good teamwork.
Yeah, Aya did spend the evening with Mastiff as a distraction.
Gotta get something out of it.
Barb also tried her own sabotage against Reese, used feeding Millicent sleepy herbs and lots of sugar cubes. Was not successful, at least realistically. Whether Barb believes that or not is up to Pete. Melissa did not take to the herbs, though. She was not interested in eating them. And when Reese complained to Ms. Morgan about Barb, Ms. suggested that maybe a slap would do Barb well, and then refused point blank to give permission until Reese offered her a kiss in exchange. And that's what happened last session.
Not much.
Not much.
Ladies.
Yeah, and so today, during the lead up to all of that, is Reese was preparing to join that race, which is happening in Central, and the result of winning the race means that the team will receive tickets to the ball. So whoever has been listed as part of your racing team will get tickets. You will also receive, I think it was 1,000 credits. Buy-in was 50 credits. Winner gets 1,000 credits and 40 liters of water. Who has Reese written down as their team?
As what? Sorry.
As
The
her
racing team. Who's supporting Reese in the race? Is it Reese just entered herself as
I mean,
standalone, or has she included anybody?
I think she'd include people in case she wins and tickets. She does not trust Barb, so Barb is not listed. She'd probably list. I know Suze already has tickets, but that ticket can be given to someone else, maybe.
I think it's specific invitation to specific people.
Okay.
It's not non-transferable.
Yeah.
I think you'll find that the Duchess is taking Barb, so they have to go together under
Just
the same
as
invite.
friends.
Friends.
Actually, I know she's not in this episode, but could she put down Barb, Darlene,
No.
and then
Yeah.
Aya down?
Sure. So for the sake of story, like, Darlene would have to be there to register, unless someone pretends to be Darlene, because we're not going to have pictures.
Probably would be difficult, yeah. Yeah, Aya's definitely just a cheerleader, and also, again, distraction, intimidation, whatever she needs to be to help Reese win.
Yeah, I think that's part of why Reese invited her. She's like, I know you're gonna distract people, so you can do that.
I mean, not in public. You can get arrested for that.
I think even if she wasn't on the team, Duchess would still go along to support.
Cheer her on, yeah.
Bubblegum watch.
Cheer on the other teams.
Cheer on Belinda. Doesn't matter that Reese is attached to them.
Okay. One thing that you guys will have noticed after spending your time, mostly Midnight Crest, is that word of how volatile Midnight Crest has become, it's gotten a bit more out of control. If you guys wanted to delve deeper and find more information about what's happening there, you can, like essentially leading up to that, but to avoid fights and dangers and whatnot, you'll have to go around Coyote Bulldog territory.
I mean, I feel like Aya would probably attempt to find out what's happening. Especially because she usually doesn't have much of an issue getting through Coyote Bulldog territory.
I think the farther north, it's not so bad. Let's see. Where's the central map? There it is. Nope. Midnight Crest. Get there in the end.
Yeah.
So, around... When Aya goes down to head towards Coyote Bulldog territory, there are people that are moving into Cogsmith's territory from kind of like refugees almost, you know, kind of trying to get out of that space. You'll have to essentially sneak your way around. Due to Defy Disaster. If you fail, then you'll end up with the condition from an event while you make your way in there. I'm assuming you're trying to make your way to High Noon, or are you going to do a different thing?
No, I'd probably go into High Noon. I'd go and see McCready.
Okay.
Defy Disaster. What do you want me to roll it with?
Daring.
Ooh.
Alright.
That's a 12.
Nice. So yeah, you're able to move your way. You even get into a scrap, but you manage to, fend off attackers as well. And I would say with that kind of upbeat, those that are attacking you are not in their right mind.
No.
It is clear that they are looking for valuables and any kind of anything that you have on your person. They also, I think, it's clear essentially like they have withdrawals, and they're trying desperately to get things from you to be able to go do that. And I think you'd recognize that kind of thing from your time just as Aya.
Yeah.
When you get to High Noon, it has boarded up. And it's, let's see, High Noon is there. You're not far from Coyote Bulldog territory. So you're having to sneak around essentially to get in there to avoid any more fights. There are bands that are roaming around, people that are armed. You do see the results of drug use in the street. And you can hear fighting towards the Coyote Bulldog headquarters. You get to High Noon, and like I said, it's boarded up. but you can hear, like, there's people inside. It's more like a barricade kind of situation rather than abandoned.
Yeah. I mean, if it sounded like there were people inside, she would probably just want to make sure that McCready's okay, and if there's anything that she could do to help maybe whoever's inside. She assumes that they're in there to try and keep themselves safe, and just if there's a way that she could try and help them, either by getting them supplies or sneaking people out. I'm sure she has a sneaky person contact.
I don't know how much. Did you want to roleplay this, or do you want just the information?
No, I'm happy to do a quick roleplay if people are alright with that. I've missed McCready, and also I kind of want to bring Dorian into it because then I can bring them back.
Oh yeah.
See, tying it all together. There we go.
So you knock on the door. And you hear McCready's voice. He has kind of like a little southern-y kind of thing, doesn't he?
Yep.
Yeah, you knock on the door, and after like a moment or so, you hear, "Who's there?"
It's me, Aya. Are you okay?
Oh, fuck's sake. And you hear some, like, wood being moved and whatnot, and the door slides open. It's like, get your ass in here.
Like, slide in, just be like, you didn't have to let me in.
She'll close it. He'll close it again. And you see the, wooden beam over the back of the door. And he looks at you and is like, and sees, like, a little blood from the fight and whatnot, and it's like, oh. You just can't help yourself.
No, I can't. What the hell happened? I was here like a week ago, and everything was fine.
Well,
it's been a bit more than a week ago.
A bit more than a week. Well, obviously any kind of order is gone right now. The come in and get a drink. And he leads you in. Inside the tavern, there are people in here. There's various civilians and whatnot, and you'll recognize one of them being Tiffany, the girl who had the baby, or didn't have the baby. She's there with her housemates and whatnot, just resting up and stuff. He leads you over to the bar and gets you a beer. It's on the table. Well, once Precious was murdered, there was new faces around, and then they left, and Billy is not exactly, people aren't really going to,
Yeah, I know.
And so there was a, fight for power, and then there was this shit drug that was being sold and passed around by them. And there's just been, between that and no proper leadership in the gangs, there's just been an all-out gang war to see who comes out on top. And it hasn't exactly stopped. And everyone else is getting caught in the crossfire. I mean, the well is essentially up for grabs right now.
Oh, God.
And with everything else happening, with the other ones drying up, Pippin, the pipes, they went up in smoke, and so it's a fight for the survival, really. That's part of the crest.
Yeah, the so-called weak are the ones that get trampled. Yeah, I'm familiar.
So we're just trying to hold up shop until someone comes out on top and we can move on with our lives. There was, I heard something about enforcers on the border starting to try to move in to take control of the situation. but I haven't heard much beyond rumors of that and what that looks like. I think that's a few miles away.
Yeah, I think there's issues in the with people at the Badlands. I don't know. I had one of the lady scout came back and there was talk about issues going on down there. So I don't know if they're involved in that. I mean, who knows how long this is going to take? Is there anything I can do to help?
I mean, if you were able to get some supplies in for some of this, our food stores are they're doing okay right now, but don't know how long this will last.
Yeah, but we don't know how long it's.
Tell you what, you come if you're able to bring back some supplies in a few days. We'll be fine for a few days. Yeah.
Cool.
Just stay safe.
Yeah, no, be fine. I always am.
Yeah.
She'll like give him like a quick peck on the cheek.
Hold up, and he'll lean down into the bar and like bring up like essentially like a first aid kit and start to get stuff out to clean up your face a bit.
She'll just be like, "Please never change."
Don't think I can. I'm too old.
Sometimes I feel that. She'll sort of like gesture over to obviously where Tiffany and Lamar just be like, "How are they holding up?"
They're tough cookies. They're all right. Been through a lot already.
Yeah.
They'll be fine.
And she'll wait until he's patched it up. And then she'll be like, "I've got. Do you remember a while ago, where I asked you if you had a place for a contact that I didn't need to know the details for, and they were going to contact you?"
Yeah.
Yeah. Did they ever tell you where, like, their name or where the place roughly was?
Where I don't think I'm understanding the question.
That's okay. Just, I have someone that could help. I just have to find them.
Yeah, I
think
I know who you're
talking. Could be in a number of places. Yeah.
I think I know who you're talking about, but I'm just a spot for them.
Yeah. No, that's fine. I don't need to know where. It's just... Yeah, so how do you usually get in contact with them? Or do you ever have to?
No, they just show up sometimes.
That tracks. Okay, that's fine. I will find a way to get in touch with them. You should be fine for a few days, though, right?
Yeah. Yeah, we're all right.
Cool. Obviously, if anything happens, you know you're all welcome at the Hades Ladies.
I know. We'll see how long that lasts too.
Yeah. Ugh, the joys of war, eh?
Yeah, when you head out towards midnight, you know, towards 12.
Yeah, she'll kind of like keep an eye out, just be like, it's a bit quieter now. Just like, I had it now. She'll be like, take care of yourself. She'll like give his arm a squeeze.
Yeah. He nods. And I'll let you back out the door before locking.
Yeah. She'll like sneak out. And then she will be on the hunt for a Dorian.
Right.
I'm not entirely sure where they would be.
I don't think you'll necessarily find them before the race, because we've already done that whole week. And
yeah, no, that's fine. It would more be, I assume that there's probably a couple of places where I know that they maybe get messages from.
Mm-hmm.
So I would probably leave like the same message in the places that I know of, and then just wait for them to contact me.
Well.
Barb while Aya's out,
Yeah.
wouldn't mind going shopping
Okay.
in Aya's room.
Okay, yeah. That makes sense. Bar doesn't really have any money right now.
No.
Not
and
that Aya has much anyway.
Well, Aya did steal Barb's coat, so
Okay.
Yeah, but she
go on.
doesn't know that it was Aya.
she can probably get
I mean,
Aya
fair.
had a hand in it some
What?
way. Yeah, Barb would like to break into Aya's room and see if she can find anything worth anything.
Yeah.
Of fun. I don't think that Aya.
She won't be particularly
Yeah, I
subtle.
don't think Aya's really got anything that's worth anything. Like most of her little trinkets and stuff she's put in the main room. So it's literally just her clothes and her alcohol. That's probably about it.
Alcohol will probably do.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah. What kind of alcohol does Aya drink?
Probably the strongest moonshine going.
Nice.
Yeah.
I
and
don't
Barb
think
will-
that would. I don't think Barb that might offend Barb's sensibilities.
Yeah, Barb will find the smartest looking bottle that's not got Aya's dirty fingerprints on it, and yeah, take it out of the room.
Cool.
That's
The
fair.
fanciest looking one.
Yeah, yeah.
Is it a
nicest
flavored
looking.
moonshine, or does she get like the?
I imagine the fancy one would be.
Yeah.
I feel like that was probably a gift from someone, probably not in Central, but close enough to it.
Yeah.
And the sort of like, not this sort of like slums where we, well, not that I'm saying that we're in the slums, but you know what I mean?
Wow.
Like not the ones that are like just before Central, where it's getting like, you know, they're slightly better paid jobs and things like that, but they're not like posh. I imagine it's been a gift from someone in that kind of area. So it's still sort of moonshine, but it's got fancier ingredients in it. So it's probably flavored of some kind.
Barb will stash that somewhere incredibly intelligent until race day.
What, like under her pillow?
No, maybe like behind the bedpost. She's
There-
good at hiding
there was a
things
class
from other
on that.
people.
Yeah, so just imagine a fancy flavor.
Nice.
But it's definitely still homemade.
Strawberry moonshine. That sounds like it's really nice. Yeah. Barb, you have a bottle of moonshine. Does she do anything
Lovely,
particular
yeah.
with it right now, or are you just writing it down in your inventory?
Yeah, she's going to stash it until game day.
Okay.
Race day, rather.
All right. Well, with race day, either you would need to go to Reese. You'll need to go down the night before, or go really early to get there. It is in the morning, and it is in the dusk quarter. So I'll activate this one. So that green line, I believe you can see, is the race path. And so it's starting over here and it ending in the middle of the city.
So is Reese gonna leave at night or first thing in the morning? I asked you, Riv, while you've got your mouth full.
Yeah, thanks.
You're welcome. It's a gift.
They were waiting until you
Yeah.
bring it out.
Mhm.
Specifically
It's
when
the
you
same
stuck
in
it in your
Games and
mouth.
Secrets, yeah.
That-
As soon as I started eating something, you were like, Rev, questions?
We wait.
Yeah, she'll head down that evening because she, wants to make sure Millicent is nice and rested before the race.
That's fine. I feel like
And I
Aya
think-
would come with
Right,
you.
I think Reese would ask Aya to do up a poster because he feels like Barb is going to do the same thing with Belinda. So I'm like, can you put up a poster with Millicent on it just in case?
Yep.
So people know it's Millicent.
Sure.
I'll also get a
She got
banner.
permission.
Put a banner on, like, so you can hang it on her, on Millicent.
Oh, I've gotten her like a big shiny thing like around her, like a loose thing with Millicent on it.
I feel like Aya probably would have done that on, like, the lead up to it, but, like,
Yeah.
left it with like Ms. so that Barb couldn't steal it. She knows that she would. She's probably also noticed her booze has gone missing and just not commented.
Yeah, I think Reese has probably also threatened Barb with the slap, being like, I have permission. But hasn't slapped her yet. She's ready. She'll slap her if she needs to. Stop, those kittens are so cute.
Oh,
It's too much.
After disciplining them, they were like fighting really hard. So I was like, guys, stop it.
and now they're like, leave us be.
They're so funny.
Oh, they're so cute.
I'm just having a
Funny thing
flashback.
is, they're called Birch and Leaf, and I live on Fur Street.
Oh,
Aw.
Perfect.
That's adorable.
That's super
They're
cute.
so cute.
Oh,
That was a good
okay.
distraction, Yen. You can do that
Thank
again.
you.
Yeah.
Um,
Sure, more cats will appear before the end of today.
Yeah.
And probably a
Oh.
dog at some point.
yeah, there's a
Oh,
dog
yeah.
there as well.
I'm a little nervous because I don't know how this is gonna go. I've never run anything.
It'll be fine.
before.
You're great.
Okay, so the crew, you guys end up come into Central itself. There is it's like a big celebration. There are banners around. It's a completely stark difference, again, from the Outer Ring, in terms of mood, morale, resources. It's completely different space. And you've entered into like this just big celebration. And it feels like celebration of humanity in a way, because you have like the technology that is being bolstered, and as well as the horsepower that's there and bikes and whatnot. There's probably about say about 20 competitors that are lined up with various, like there's a couple of vehicles. One of them appears to be steam powered, but they're trying to fuss with it. Captain Brass is there, in her civvies. She's not in her uniform right now. With Corbin Mastiff, Executive Corbin Mastiff, and also Reese. As you're coming up and finding, like, you go and register yourself and whatnot, and you're given your place in the lineup, and you lead Millicent there. You also recognize Alice Stark from your Enforcer days. I didn't put them in yet. Let me make a character. Alice Stark, because I've got artwork. Let me go get it. Which is a bit of a shock to see them, because you haven't seen them in, like, like a decade?
Yeah.
More?
10, 15 years probably.
Yeah. It was that one.
Sorry.
That was too cute. We were all like,
With less
heart.
oh, that's how they get you.
So she's there with the black stallion. And as you're registering this, you hear a voice from behind you say, "Barrett, was not expecting to see you."
Is
And
it? Oh, sorry, Barb.
you turn around. You do recognize the voice of Flora Deep, your old boss. And there she is.
Oh, I haven't actually seen her art yet. That's so cool.
Mm.
Yeah, snatched from.
Um,
She is wearing. You instantly can clock the insignia, the rank that she has. She is now a colonel in the Enforcers, meaning that she is in charge of a lot, including. So she's in charge of like big events and whatnot, but also like grand areas, and the colonel's jurisdiction also extends to the circumference of the security there.
I think Reese is a bit distracted at first when she sees Alice. I'm just kind of like fists clenched, and when she hears the voice, she's like, "Fuck!" She turns around, she's like, "Deep, hi."
A horse race.
Yeah.
So,
Tired.
what have you been up to, keeping yourself busy for the past how many years? You look well?
It's been. Yeah, I guess I could say the same for you. You know.
I feel like it's been a lifetime since I've seen you.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's, I've been kept going, gotta keep myself busy, defending the important people, the actual important people. I see your
Delvers?
those for a while, yes. See you.
Sounds fun.
Yeah. Very fun, yeah. I see you've gone up in the ranks. That's, nice.
Yeah. It's hard work, but I can do more there.
Yeah.
As fun as this little chat is, I think I probably should get back to my work.
Yeah.
I'm taking care of security for the race. I'll make sure that you guys are all safe.
Oh, that's great. Oh,
Yeah.
I feel so safe now. Oh, that's great. Oh, my God. I was worried for a second, but now I know you're here. Nothing bad could happen. Yeah.
Cute horse, Barrett. She'll turn around and start to give Melissa a pat on the butt and just keep walking.
Yeah. Saying yeah to herself. She's just like,
And you all are definitely right next to for that entire interaction.
Yeah, I was like not even pretending to hide. It was just immediately peering over Millicent, oh.
I think we were all like, yeah, popcorn.
I will just sidle up next to Reese and be like, so, who was that tall, dark piece of chocolate?
don't even compliment that disgusting woman. It's what's inside that counts, and it is horrid and decaying.
So a friend of yours then?
Yeah, check the word right.
Yeah, no, we're great friends. Yeah.
You know what? I would have believed that if it wasn't for all the yes.
Yeah, no, I get that. Yeah, right. My voice has just got so
Why is your voice so high?
Yeah,
my voice has always been
happened?
this high. What are you talking about? My voice is very normal right now.
What? Right, okay, what happened?
Yeah, it's not time. Not time for that. She's really trying to hold herself together. That's not through her grace. She keeps just murmuring yeah to herself. Because I think even though she should have knew in her subconscious that she'd run into people she knew, she also was not expecting it at the same time. So she's just been like, this is fine. Yeah.
Can I figure out a person?
Yeah. I mean, if you weren't gonna, I was 100% gonna.
You still can.
Sorry. Yeah, I'll let Sue do it first.
Wait, it's plus wit, isn't it? What is my wit? Okay. Ooh. 9.
9, I believe, is a mixed beat.
Mixed beat, yeah.
Which also triggers reputation precedes me.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Mixed beat or an upbeat. Okay, so mixed beat or upbeat. So you can ask also one of Reese's unanswered questions in place of a standard question.
Ooh. Instead of a standard question.
Instead of a standard question.
Okay.
So you can use the standard questions because of mixed beat. I believe you get to ask
two, and they can Reese can ask one of me.
Yeah.
Here is the question.
Yeah. So you're.
Oh, it's in
let's see.
pictures and scars.
I can find them for you. Oh, there they are. I can copy them into Foundry if you'd like. I think. Can I do that? It's gonna let me. It's gonna let me actually copy them. Come on. Because it's which ones is it? Victories or scars? What is it? Let's see. From unanswered questions from one. Okay. Oh, I think it's scars. Is that the ones that they could ask, or is it victories? I don't know how this one works.
I think it says they may ask one of your unanswered questions. So I think it's victories or scars.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Let's see, when you answer your 5-year question on this.
I don't think I've actually answered any of these questions.
Oh, that's exciting.
Okay, so I'll copy them. Come on. Okay, good. So they're in Foundry. There's a fair number.
So I can ask any of these?
Yeah, in place of figure out a person, but obviously you can use the figure out a person ones as well.
Mm-hmm.
And if you want to roll figure out a person, you'll get the same thing if you get a mixed beat or upbeat.
I think the most obvious question. What was that person's name? Sorry. Flora
Deep.
Yeah. So
answer one question.
obviously, Reese is very uncomfortable in her presence. But what are Reese's feelings towards Flora?
He has a deep hatred towards this woman. And there's a lot of anger and resentment towards her. And I guess suspicion? Yeah, she does not trust this person.
Okay. So then I guess the next question would be, how could I get you to open up and tell me exactly what it was that happened?
Booze and nachos?
Yeah, that's like the most.
Probably. I think the thing is mostly like now is not the time. Like she could open up. I think it's more like
Time and place.
So like on her own, or at least around Hades ladies. And nachos wouldn't hurt. And probably booze would also stop her from possibly breaking everything in the room. Yeah, it'd be that kind of stuff.
I think if she picks up on that, the Duchess will kind of lean in towards Reese and say, I don't know the whole story, but if I'm picking up on the vibe, I have similar feelings towards a particular enforcer as well. If you ever want to talk about it, we can slag them off over nachos. Might make us feel a bit better.
Do you like nachos?
You do like nachos.
I also like ramen a lot. Since I had it with Emma, ramen's really good, right?
Aya mentioned it the other day.
Yeah.
Hey man, whatever you want.
Yeah, definitely not now, but
No,
maybe
you have a race to concentrate on.
Yeah, but yeah, she's not one of the good ones. There's not a lot of good ones left, and I'm sure you know as well. Yeah,
feel that. Yeah.
But I guess it's a bit more personal with her.
It always is. And Duchess will just kind of like slap Reese on the shoulder a couple of times, like proper bro style.
I think she'll do that back, just like, yeah, bros.
And Reese, you can ask a question of Duchess.
Oh yeah.
And
Yeah, I've
Aya
got a mixed beat as well.
You got a mixed beat, so you can pick two, and then you'll get to ask a question of Aya.
I guess, like, my only question would be, like, what do you hope to get from sharing our stories about these people, I guess? The only question I have to mind.
Yeah, I guess the Duchess and Reese are both very closed off people, and I think Duchess recognizes quite a lot of herself characterization wise. And she understands that there's the front that you portray to everyone else, and then there's what's happening internally, and she knows that sometimes it is good to open up to people and talk to them and share this kind of thing, even though we always putting a front on it and stuff. So it's not, there's no like agenda for a change. Yeah, she genuinely is just trying to, I guess, connect with Reese.
I'll accept that.
Like bros.
Yeah, like bros. Just a couple of
Like-
broskies having some nachos and talking about feelings.
I think
It's fine.
if you you glance over like towards Alice, it's one of those things where you look over and she immediately looks away, busying herself with her saddle and getting herself ready. Aya.
Okay, so I'm gonna pick one of the other questions first. So one of them is, one of your past achievements has become the stuff of legend. What is the legend, and how far is it from the truth? Because I imagine I've probably heard a few stories about Reese. You might not have known necessarily it was Reese in the first place. Just because obviously she's been to different areas and stuff like that. So now, like, the more that she actually thinks about it, the more she's like, oh, I wonder if that was about Reese or someone that she knows. All the details.
Odd, okay. They gotta make me think.
Yeah.
Stuff of legend. I think maybe one of maybe the things that might have happened that got her a bit higher up on rank. She wasn't too high, but she got up to
Lieutenant,
yeah. Was I think
wait, so is this oh no, don't crash.
It's a victory.
It's a victory.
But yeah. So are you saying that this is what got you the promotion to lieutenant? This
Maybe.
thing, or something when you were a lieutenant?
Something, yeah, I'm thinking maybe something she did that got her to lieutenant.
Okay, so the I can't say the name anymore because I think this file's gonna crash. But you investigated crimes.
Yeah.
And you had people underneath you, and then you reported those to lieutenants. Lieutenants are in charge of a part of a district, and you are much more focused on different things. So it could have involved something like that.
Okay.
I had this image of you like actually tracking down somebody who was fairly notorious, and you like chased them through the streets and got them, and everyone's like, "Yay!"
Honestly, yeah, because I'm thinking of something that was just she did out of pure, just brute force. So I imagine, I think maybe like there might have been like I imagine there probably would have been stories of like an enforcer just literally running down the streets and fucking rugby tackling some like criminal at the time and just like catching them or something like that. So yeah, I imagine it would be something like that where she literally just
maybe slightly more embellished, I would have thought.
Yeah, probably more. There's like he had like
knives for arms
and arms, something extra and stuff. But yeah, what happened was literally she was investigating a crime, or a series of crimes with this person who was kind of like maybe like the leader of like various crimes and stuff, and she finally tracked him down, tried to escape, and she literally just fucking ran after him and fucking tackled him to the ground and caught him that way. I imagine there was like embellishments of like she parkoured across the building, she ran up buildings,
tackled him from
down.
like a 7-story house.
Yeah. Probably something like that.
And then engaged in like a 10-hour sword fight.
Yeah, moved all the way through Central and
yeah, made holes in the ground. They were fucking superhero battling.
Yeah. Fair. Okay, so the other one is probably what do you love most?
Well, that's a figure out question.
Just a normal one.
What
Barb,
do I
isn't it?
love most?
It's not
Yeah,
Barb.
it's a Barb. No.
Yeah.
It's always Barb.
Everything is
Barb.
Barb. Even when she's not there, it's Barb.
I think
Barb's there for this.
I think what she loves most, well, Millicent is up there, but I think that just slightly tops Millicent is the Hades ladies and Ms. Morgan. Whether that's platonic or not, it's up to...
Yeah, but I was immediately like, I knew it. That's why she's got do not disturb sign on the door. Part of the reason why.
You turned the do not disturb side.
No, it's a proceed with caution on one side and do not disturb on the other. Cool. Do you want to ask Aya a question now?
Why are you so awful?
No, I like Aya.
Barb.
That'll be a question for Barb.
Uh-huh.
Okay, how could I get you to sabotage the woman on the horse, Alice Stark?
I mean, good at seducing. I can always give it a whirl. I do have a new talent that I would like to try it.
Even not even sabotage,
dubious.
but just distract her or just something to fuck her up a little. Nothing illegal.
I mean,
You don't want to handle it yourself?
I have a few playbook moves that I mean, she seems fairly hot.
No comments.
Yeah, can easily distract. Would probably need someone else's help, like with the last one we sabotaged.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, clearly nothing happened. I just distracted people and Duchess did some DIY. It's all good. Might need to do something similar, but we could make it work.
Just feed her the sleepy medicine, or it's like
The horse,
Barb did.
yeah. That was where my thought was going. It was either that or alcohol. Get the horse drunk.
Don't kill the poor horse.
Where's
The horses can get drunk, right?
where's Dorian? For all this.
Dorian will probably be looking for Corbin.
Yeah.
Or either that or had arrived with them, being their guest.
So you're probably like you could be at his vehicle.
Yeah.
And he's getting things tuned up and whatnot. So you're there with him and Brass.
Yeah.
I just thought I could just say your name and I immediately get a facial expression from Sue. It's like, oh, I smelled something.
Probably not being familiar with Brass, but like only by reputation. Probably be very focused on the vehicle and asking Corbin a million questions.
Oh, he is more than happy to tell you anything about it. He's properly geeking out about it. It's like, oh
yeah, we're probably geeking out. I'm probably trying to suggest how to make it faster, lighter, and blah, blah, blah. He knows nothing about vehicles, so I can't help with it. But,
he humors you, but it's clear that, like... yeah.
Yeah.
And I think you'd probably spot Dorian with Mastiff. And I have a picture of his car.
Oh yeah, I don't actually think you showed us the car.
I'm gonna drop it into Discord to make things, super easy.
Oh, cool.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Is that the one that they sabotaged?
They got it there in one piece.
They got it there in one piece.
That was the plan. Yeah, we wanted it to happen while they were racing.
They're all gonna die. It's gonna crash into the crowd and kill hundreds.
Oh no, what a shame.
What's Barb gonna do? What's Barb doing?
Barb's going off on a little special mission.
Oh, okay.
I think you know who she wants to go see.
I think so.
Do you want me to just DM what she wants to say to them?
Sure.
Because it's a nice, easy little. She will. Well, she wants to bribe them with a bottle of alcohol.
Oh, so you're giving it away?
Yeah.
Okay.
I
I don't know who you're gonna go see.
I will type it out in short.
Yeah, go on. Okay, unless there's anything else anybody else wants to do, the person essentially says, "Racers to your marks." Get ready for the race. Oh, I should change the music. This is definitely not.
I mean, Aya probably would have tried to distract. Was it Alice?
Alice?
The other woman on the horse.
Alice,
yeah, would have tried to distract her and seen if the Duchess is willing to give her a hand again.
Yeah, of course.
To, help Reese out.
Does that make sense, Sarah?
Do entice, please.
Okay.
That's for Pete.
That's fine. I'm gonna... I don't know.
Ooh.
7. Mixed speed.
Mixed speed. So it's mixed speeds with down.
You look like you have great fun there, Yen.
Game stream unless they decide to do one.
Oh, pause.
Just hear the little...
He shrugs.
Yeah. Lovely.
And takes the bottle.
Bob will go and wait for the race to start in view of the ladies. Well, in view of, like, so she's close to the start line.
Mm-hmm. It's quite crowded. There are barriers set up to mark the race itself.
She'll shove her way to the front so she gets a good view.
Okay. Get some people swearing at you, but you get there. Aya.
I'm just trying to decide whether to do the main attraction or entice to try and get this woman to pay attention to me so that we can essentially drug her horse.
I'm gonna just say there isn't time to do that specifically.
Okay.
She is right there with her horse. She's got at least one other person with her. There's not really a way to be able to go, hey, eat this. Especially in front of like crowds.
Yeah. That's fair.
I think you'd need a different strategy.
A saddle.
I mean, during the races also, you can move farther down on the track and stuff. You know the route. It hasn't changed in like 20 years.
That's fair. That's fine. In that case, I think I might wait until the race has started and see what I can do to cause chaos later. I have a move for that now.
So say as you move farther down on the paths, and then you can do
just
whatever you need to do.
Good luck, Reese. Try not to possibly hit me on your way past. And then she'll like disappear into the crowd and go further down.
Tilda and Corbin get into Brass and Mastiff. They get into the vehicle and get ready. Alice gets on her horse. Everyone else, all the racers start to get prepped. The announcer starts to call out the names of all the various racers. Just going down the line, essentially. They say Major Tilda Brass and Executor Corbin Mastiff racing a redstone-powered vehicle. That would be interesting. They're sponsored by the Wolf family. Let's see. They say a few other names that I don't have listed. Major Alice Stark racing a horse named Benny, representing the enforcers of the... I have the names. Rising District. And then it gets to Reese, representing the Coyote Bulldogs, Reese and horse Belinda. And then there's a few other ones. Racers.
In the crowd, just waving at Reese, smiling.
Prep your mounts, and on the gong, you may set off. I obviously wrote that out and prepared that very well beforehand. And I'm going to change the music.
I believe you stole my alcohol to bribe the announcer.
It was for Belinda's sake, so she was properly recognised.
Ready! Set! And off. Off you go. As you're going and you look back, glancing over to see where people are, you see Alice and the bikes and other horses, and the steam-powered machine is off and running. Brass and Corbin's machine has not gotten off. They're still in the back, and so you have delayed them slightly as he jumps out of the vehicle and starts to look at it very quickly, very confused. What is Reese's first move?
Right.
Why don't we start with just a roll of daring to see where you are in the lineup?
Is it just a straight race, or are there obstacles in the way?
I mean, it's a street. There's going to be moving around. It is essentially a drag race, and so there's going to be things that are there. As much as they try to limit interference, people are going to be dicks.
Yeah.
I'm going to turn down these.
Okay.
Mixed beat. So you're somewhere in the middle. You're not in the back, you're not in the front, but you're making, your way. This steam-powered vehicle is a little bit behind, starting to pick up speed. It's lower than the horses and bikes and whatnot. Horses are generally being a bit faster and up on the lead, so you're, let's say at the moment, you are around, if there's 19 contenders, you are around 15 at the moment.
Right. And where is Alice? Is Alice up further or?
Let's see. I'm gonna roll a d20. Ooh, she's ahead of you. She's two spots ahead of you. She's at 17.
Okay. Okay.
So Alice is at 17.
Can I use a move?
Yeah.
I think this might work in this context, but I want to use how's that milkshake taste?
Okay. Yeah.
So it says when dealing with a threat to your community, I feel like Alice is a threat to Reese's soul community of her.
Let's have a look.
Oh, I need to lower it. That's so loud.
Sorry.
No, it's amazing, but my brain cannot handle.
No, I need to turn it down as well. I want to make sure it's not overpowering all the audio that I'm trying to record. That's alright. Okay. So you want to play How's That Milkshake Taste? When dealing a threat to your community but not yet engaged in physical conflict, you may take a harmless action designed to wound their pride, like throwing a drink over them. When you do, roll daring. Okay, so what does Reese do to wound Alice's pride?
I think she yells out to her and it's like, I thought you could have gotten this faster horse or something like that. Kind of like, even though she's ahead of her, she's not that far.
Yeah.
But she's like literally just trying to throw like.
Just throwing shade.
Yeah, throwing shade.
Alright, go ahead.
Like, with how much money you make, I thought you could have fucking afforded a better horse.
Roll daring.
Okay.
Oh, you have to win.
When you do, roll daring. And then choose 2. Oh no!
Oh my god!
That's the super downbeat.
Super.
It's 5. It's not that bad.
I'm gonna say that they completely don't even register that you're talking to them. It's a little embarrassing, and someone next to you hears you shout that at someone obviously in front of you, and so you're gonna stagger.
Oh no!
You take a condition.
Oh no!
Oh wait, I think that's.
Are you
There's
still
a
feeling
thing.
guilty?
Yeah, I'm still guilty.
Oh no!
I think probably angry makes sense because I think she's already angry, and I think her not hearing her, she'd be embarrassed, but I think that embarrassed would fuel into anger.
Yeah.
Okay, let me just have a look. I actually have a move. So, would this class as a physical conflict?
I said that this race is going. I'm going to treat it like a physical combat, essentially. So, what do you want to do?
So I'm just checking if this works because I have armed the Juggernaut Love. When you first mark a condition during a physical conflict, you may upgrade your next fight roll from a downbeat to
Yeah.
a mixed beat, or so next one I can upgrade
When you do
it, maybe.
answers. Yeah, so go ahead and roll
Yeah.
another fight to try to move forward in
okay.
in the race. Let's see what happens.
And that's just daring.
Yeah. Come on, Melissa. Whew! Well, that's already an upbeat. So that moves you up into position, so you're up to 16, so you're right behind her. Right behind Alice. At this point, you do hear an engine behind. And you can, so I'd say you can clock. Everyone else around, you guys see Brass and Massive. They're able to take off. So they are now properly in the race. They were able to fix whatever it was. But it did give Reese a proper head start. So let's see. Does that still trigger then? I'm the Juggernaut.
I mean, it can't
May
bring
have-
me any higher, so I don't know.
Jeez, I think that got too loud.
And I don't know if it means I could use it at a different roll later, or is it just the next roll I did?
You may upgrade your next fight roll from a downbeat to mixed beat or mixed beat to an upbeat when you do answer one of these questions. So I guess you didn't have to upgrade it. I don't think it'll carry on because you've already taken that condition.
Yeah, fair.
If you want to, you could answer one of those questions just for funsies, but I'll leave it up to you what you want to do.
Can I say there's a little bit of fear in Alice's eyes as I get closer? And I can answer that question?
Yeah, sure. An
Cool.
upbeat. She glances back and you can see like you see fear in the enemy's eyes. How does that make you feel?
She's like invigorated. She's like, okay, messed up a little, but we got this. I'm gonna fucking crush her. She doesn't even care about winning at this point. She's just like, I want to beat Alice.
Does anybody else want to do anything at this point in the race?
Barb's heading to the finish line to see who wins.
Okay.
Aya is gonna attempt to cause a massive distraction to the people that are further up front.
Okay.
Because I have a new move called Fools Rush In. When you vault into a situation without forethought and wind up way over your head, I can give someone dangerous to me a string. But I imagine she's now literally trying to do the thing of whoever's in front, she's literally gonna like try and not make it seem like it was on purpose, but very much like jump into the middle of the racetrack to try and stop people, like to have them move out the way, to have like cause as much chaos at the start of the people at front of the race as possible.
Yeah.
I the suffragette.
Yeah,
Yeah.
essentially, but better dressed.
And with hopefully a better outcome.
Sluttier
Yes.
dressed, yeah, and you know maybe she might get run over. I don't know. We'll wait and see. But yeah, it's
Not
just
trampled to death.
well, you know, it'd be a way to go.
So you jumped in the middle of the race.
Basically, yeah. I wanted to do the people that are like right at the front to cause as much of a distraction at the front as possible.
Fingers crossed it's a car.
Wow, thanks, Pete.
So we've done 2 rolls. So I'm gonna adjust some of the ones around. Alice has not gained any footing. Reese, you're right behind Alice. You can hear the steam car picking up speed. And Brass and Mastiff are not far. They're a little bit farther back. And so oh jeez. Sorry, I did not. I'm playing a whole playlist, and so not everything is the right volume. You're doing the main. No, Fools Rush In.
Yep.
So go ahead. And when you send forethought and wind up in your head, give someone dangerous to you a string, mark XP, and take 1+1 forward to defy disaster. This doesn't even. There's no roll. You just do it.
Looks like, yeah.
All right. Someone dangerous.
I'm assuming it's going to
you.
tie into I have to roll Defy Disaster.
Yes, you definitely will.
Funnily enough.
So, go ahead and roll Defy Disaster. Someone dangerous to you. So somebody else gets a string.
Yeah. You could decide on, like, I don't need to know who that is at the moment.
You don't know who that is.
I know, I don't know who it is, because I don't know who's racing, but I imagine she's just like... She hoped that Reese would get off to a better start.
Yeah.
You know, kind of
It's
letting us
disappointed
down a
in
little
Reese.
bit there, Reese. So this is part of her, like, we need a backup plan.
Okay.
So she's literally just done a thing of shit.
If you fail,
Yeah.
you are going to be trampled.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Okay.
Does Dorian see Aya running into the track?
I mean, sure. If you did,
Hopefully.
if Dorian went ahead to run ahead before the racer started off, just so you could see farther down.
Yeah.
You could potentially see this.
All right. Probably,
Yeah. Sorry,
Am I-
just to jump in, I'll say the
Road?
Duchess followed as well.
Okay. If you get a mixed beat, you will be able to dodge out of the way, but you will be apprehended by enforcers.
Yeah.
And there will be some distractions and whatnot.
Yeah.
You get to mark XP, and I'm gonna turn the music back down again. Sorry.
And you get a plus one forward, I think.
Yeah.
With that.
I do get a +1 forward.
Yeah. So go ahead and roll Defy Disaster. And I
What
need
do you
get
want me to
someone-
roll it with?
This is very daring, my friend.
Okay.
They're a stupid category.
Let's see.
That's our baseline. Come on.
Who? Okay.
Hey!
Hey.
Well done.
God.
Okay. So you do it with style. You manage to distract. You go running into the middle of the thing as there is 2 horses and a bicycle coming towards you. They veer off. The bicycle rider completely misses and loses control and is out of the race. One of the horses rears up right in front of you. What's that?
I'm surprised the bicycle made it that far.
They're
Obviously,
really
this rider been practicing for a while, yeah.
The horse rears up right in front of you, and you can see enforcers starting to like jump the barrier to like shouting to get off the road, kind of making eyes at you. Reese, you quickly catch up to all of this, so I'm gonna need you to roll Defy Disaster, but you'll need to use I think Grace to avoid crashing in anything, because it's very much like swiftly moving out of the way rather than brute force or daring. Yeah, this needs to be swift.
Yeah, the -1. Okay, let me
So, Alice.
Right, every time you say Alice, I just want to go there. Alice, who the fuck is Alice? And then I'm like, nope, it's fine. Clearly a British thing, but don't worry.
So you succeeded
But
in
that's
that.
all that pops in my head. It's like Alice.
Steam card moves up.
Okay.
You got
So
this.
now there are 18. You know, I'm gonna say that with an upbeat.
Oh,
You got 2
fuck.
people.
Oh,
Oh.
Race.
Aya, what have
Wow.
you done?
I have bad grades, okay? It's all in the muscles.
You aren't. So you are not fast enough to move Millicent out of the way of say Alice. Alice pulls up short, so you guys have a little like run in. The good news is that everybody else has kind of stopped a little bit. But with 2 people taken out, that means technically Alice is moved up to second place.
Oh.
Hold on, I need to. This needs. There's math and things and whatnot. People behind are starting to move up around. You're gonna crash into Aya though. So Aya, you need to take a condition.
Yeah. Gonna do ouchie. I know it's not a normal one, but I feel like, you know, she'd basically go walloped by a horse. So
Yeah.
I mean, frightened would work, wouldn't it?
I would say
well,
so.
Yeah.
I suppose.
You're definitely
I don't
bloodied.
think she would. Yeah, I don't think she would necessarily be like scared of the horse, but she's definitely in pain.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's fine. I can
Probably in that
different.
position, also with the downbeat, Reese, you have been thrown off Melissa, so you have to climb back up on. You're going to lose a couple of spots from that.
Okay.
But a lot of other people have also stopped. You took a couple racers out with the distraction. You can hear the vehicles coming up behind as well. Is there anything else anybody else wants to do in this split second of a moment?
While that's all happened, have things come to a slow?
Yeah. Like, there are racers that were behind that are starting to catch up. That distraction only really worked on the first 5, including, unfortunately, Reese. And everyone else is starting up. And you can hear the Bloodstone vehicle coming up closer, and the steam engine making their way. You can see the steam engine.
From kind of in the crowd and using like the distraction of what's happening, can the Duchess pick up, I don't know, a bottle or a rock or something and just try and throw it into like the wheel of Brass's car? I just basically want to try and like one shot
Okay.
one of the wheels.
Roll a fight.
Fight. That's just daring?
I think you have options with fight. No, it's daring or grace.
Let's go daring.
And have a quick look at your guys' playbooks to see if any of like the physical combats and things come up with your specific playbook moves. Because we haven't really used this stuff in the game, and so if there's things that can trigger, then it'd be cool to know.
I'm more of a talky person.
Yeah.
I got 10 though, so
Nice. Okay, so with fight, choose 3 and your opponent chooses 1 to apply to you in response. So you can, this would be inflicting a condition on the vehicle. Actually, no, we'll do the people, because then it's more fun that way. It's a little relational. Create an opportunity for an ally through prowess or distraction. Take an object from your opponent or seize a superior position. So you get to choose 3. Wait, choose 3 and your opponent chooses 1 to apply to you in response.
okay. I'm not going to flirt with the car.
You could flirt with the people in the car.
I
It's
am
true.
not flirting with
I
that
mean,
bitch.
to be
Where's
fair,
Corbin? Corbin's in there.
It's true.
Can I say through violence? Because, like, the Duchess is just basically fueled by anger and
Yeah.
whatever. So, I'll inflict a condition on Brass if I can.
Yeah.
Which I don't mind what that is. Maybe hopeless might be good.
Let's see. Oh, look, there's her stuff. Yeah, I think between having the car momentarily taken back and then suddenly this thing lodges into the wheel, making it swerve around, and hopeless works. You create an opportunity for Reese So we'll give you a +1 going forward. I think that probably makes the most sense for this right now. So you inflict a condition, create an opportunity.
Seize a superior position, but
so
that's kind of the same.
Well, we'll give her a +1 on the next roll, and then she'll also be able a chance to move actually a literal superior position in the so Reese is in position 5 now rather than 6.
Nice.
Because the car also gets swerved back a little bit, so that makes things harder.
How far through the race are we?
I think at this point, I was going to do a clock, and then I got distracted by just doing it this way. We're about a third of the way through with all these different things that are happening. So there's still time. And then Brass sees you do it, and they are going to gain a string on you.
That's fair.
And they, I think, already have a string on you. Oh, no, they don't. No, they do. Oh! They've got 3 strings on you.
Oh. That's not good.
Technically, I have generic GM strings. I don't think I've ever used them in this game.
I think 3 is fine.
Don't need any more than that.
So she gets hopeless. Mastiff tries to regain control of the car itself, but they lost a couple positions to that. Anything else that anybody else is doing before we go back to Reese? Aya, you are...
Quickly. I'm hurt, but I'm also, my clothes are damaged and I'm now practically indecent, because that's what it says.
You're using RIP?
It's literally when you take or narrowly evade a physical blow, it says from someone dangerous. I assume a horse is dangerous.
Yeah.
You may declare that your clothes were damaged and you're now practically indecent.
For the remainder of the scene, when you roll a 10+ on any move against an NPC, you may declare that they have a crush on you.
Oh.
Up to 1 NPC per roll and subject to GM discretion. Additionally, any PC who becomes smitten with you during the remainder of the scene may mark XP.
Ooh.
It's a free game.
Well, Dorian will go and help Aya when it's safe to do so, especially if their clothes are ripped.
Yep.
Well, yeah. After a moment,
yeah.
everyone passes by, gets back in the race. Reese, you get back on Melissa and take off. There are, now that that's cleared, there are enforcers that also are starting to come, but Dorian, you can have a first moment to run out.
Why did you run into the middle of the track? You do know there's a race on.
I know, I was trying to help Reese. She got off to such a shit start. It's fine, I'll explain later.
Alright, I'll help you out. I was like, do you need help or... Nope.
In a minute, she'll probably look over and see all these enforcers coming and just be like...
Yeah, they're coming. You have like...
Yeah, we might want to go, and she'll like grab Dorian's like hand or arm and stuff and just like try and disappear into the crowd. While probably limping a little bit. And also while half naked.
Okay, go ahead and roll Defy Disaster one more time to evade the cops.
Both of us or just...
Am I doing it with daring, grace?
How are you narrowly avoiding being arrested?
We'll probably attempt to disappear into the crowd at the moment. She's sore and...
So you can use grace for swiftness to do it quickly, or you can use wit to do it cleverly.
I mean...
what is Aya's physical presence? Can Dorian pick them up in a...
Yeah, she's quite small.
Yeah, we'll probably see you limping and then just pick you up and run.
Alright, then I'm going to need Dorian to roll Defy Disaster then.
Can I roll wit or grace?
If you are literally carrying Aya, I think it would probably be grace.
Okay.
To do it quickly. Mixed beat. So with the mixed beat, you do succeed in. Let's see, defy disaster.
Oh, success with a sacrifice.
Success with a sacrifice. Or accept help from a dangerous NPC and give them a string. Ooh, that's a fun one.
I mean, that could tie into also how they get a string on me anyway.
Who helps Dorian?
I guess.
Music is stressing me out.
Like, would have Corbin have gone past us already?
Yeah.
Okay.
This could be a completely new person.
Okay.
Yeah, it could be anybody.
Wing it.
They will be a dangerous. Oh! Ooh. You're in the dusk quarter.
Yeah.
Light bulb moment.
Yeah.
I'm still unfamiliar with
Friends in the dark.
You have connections with the everywhere. You bump into
Read my backstory.
very different. Your backstory? You're gonna add something to it?
Remember my backstory.
I don't know anyone in this area.
No.
I can easily make up someone
I'm
in
trying to
this
find.
area.
No.
No.
I don't
No,
know.
I'm saying like in general, like it's one of my playbooks as I can.
Okay.
If you see Dorian run out, Dorian is much more better dressed than most of the Hades ladies, so they seem to fit better in this area than what you guys initially are aware of.
You have connections with everybody, including the Daughters of Dusk, who are the runners of Bloodstone. The Bloodstone as a designer drug. That the elite generally taken. This is not the one that has been bastardized in Coyote Bulldog's territory. This is the cocaine to
class.
the crack.
Yeah. Pure. Yeah.
Yes, and so I think somebody within the Daughters of Dusk is who you get help from.
Okay.
And it's a mixed beat, and so I think they'll hide you away to avoid the cops.
I'll probably run past and recognize like a symbol of the Daughters of Dusk.
Yeah.
And know that they're usually there, and do a knock, and then sort of run through.
Yeah.
See them on the other side of the door.
We will come back to that later. So you're
good.
in there.
Nice music to tie into this cliffhanger.
Yeah, this audio represents Duchess's internal.
Duchess Aya's as well. She's like, owie. Oh shit, where are we going? And then I just go through a weird door being carried by Dorian, who, we had a moment a little while ago, but it's just, a lot happened in a short space of time. And
I feel like
music.
Duchess almost is like, there's a disturbance in the force moment.
Yeah. She's like, haha, brass. Wait, something just happened.
Cool. Reese! What do you want to do now? You are in 5th position. Alice is 2 horses ahead of you. She's in 2nd. In front of Alice is another horse, very quick, jockey. Unnamed NPC.
Steve.
Steve!
Always Steve.
Steve Stevenson.
Steve.
Did you say I get a +1 forward
one.
from what Susan? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I think I'm gonna take a risk.
Steven Stevenson the 7th.
The 7th.
How far away from the finish line are we again?
At this point, I think probably about halfway.
Okay.
Steve Stevenson is a tailor.
So if I do this now and fuck it up, I could still get ahead. Okay, so I want to... Will this even help?
I'm spelling tailor wrong. Come on.
Yeah, actually, this will help. Okay, so I want to use lunge.
Okay.
So basically, I think she kind of wants to... I think I'm doing this to try and get her to, like, rush for it. By the way, I will say one of her steed strengths is that it's very fast and agile.
Okay.
So she kind of wants to, like, push the steed to, like, try and, like, push forward to try and get, like, literally push past Alice to both get in front of her and also kind of, not, like, push her off the horse, but kind of, like, you know when, like, something fast goes by you and kind of barely graze you, kind of get a bit wobbly?
Yeah.
I kind of want to do that.
Okay.
If I can, because with lunge, you know, I'll mark a condition if I make feet or whatever.
Yeah.
So I, like, want to basically take a risk to get out further, if you get me.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead and roll daring.
Daring, I'm going to have a +1, so I have +3 altogether.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so scared.
Oh!
Ooh.
That's like a super upbeat.
That's for 14 in total because of the +1 forward.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay,
It's the
so...
legions, their way.
So you do mark a condition, though. And inflict a condition, so Alice gets one as well.
Oh, what one would work? Maybe insecure because of her 2 failures. I think she might be like a
Yeah?
bit insecure about how she's doing.
Yeah. Because you're so far back, you are neck and neck with her at this point.
Yeah.
With Steve Stevenson in front of you guys.
It's a great name for an NPC.
I was so focused on what I was going to do that I just completely blanked on the Steve Stevenson thing. I'm like, oh yeah, I remember that going on. And my brain was like, nope, focus on this.
Our condition, choose two maneuvers.
Yeah, so I'm thinking...
I think... Wait. Did you just mark one?
Yeah, I marked a condition. Yeah, I marked insecure.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see you avoiding frightened.
Yeah.
I see what you're doing.
Yeah, I inflict a condition and mark a condition, and I choose 2 maneuvers.
Okay.
I definitely see the superior position.
Yeah.
And then do I want a string or... No, I think true violence are cutting words. I want to inflict a second condition on her.
Ooh, alright. I think she's frightened.
I think she's literally just gonna go... I'll do that to her.
And she looks visibly scared. Like, she was not expecting you to be here. She was not... this is not how today was supposed to go. Yeah, and you are now neck and neck with Alice. The others are also making their
God,
way up.
that paid off. I was so scared.
There are more racers who are now out of the race. As it has proceeded, as you guys are watching from the sidelines, horses are tripping. There's other people who have thrown stuff onto the road, and there's been accidents and whatnot. The steam car, I think, It made it about 3/4 of the way, and then it ran out of steam. Bit embarrassing for the executor that was driving it. But Brass and Mastiff quickly came up right behind. They're about in 5th position now. What would Reese like to do? Is there anything else that anybody else would like to do now? You guys are off with the Duchess. Barb has gone off to the finish line.
He's making a card for Belinda.
To be fair, I'm not sure Duchess could make it there in time to do anything else.
No, and I don't know if she's already done it once. I don't know if she would push her luck.
Yeah.
So I guess she would just like make her way down to the finish line.
All right. Reese, I would like you to defy disaster in this moment.
With daring?
Yeah, daring is fine.
Cool. Oh, okay.
As you are in a race, and there will be other things that are happening, and she may be scared, but she's also not.
Was that +1 just for wanting, or?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Just checking. Just double check my. Oh, phew. The 2 conditions I don't have doesn't affect my fight or defy disaster. That's good. That's pretty good. Oh my goodness.
Mixed beat.
Okay, it's a mixed beat. That's not too bad.
It's okay. Yeah.
That was a downbeat for a second. I forgot I had a +2.
Okay. With the mixed beat, so you can sacrifice your position second next to Alice as she goes and essentially like kicks out at you to get you away from her horse so she can move forward. So you can sacrifice your position at 2 with her, or you can take a condition. So you go back into 3 or take a condition.
I only have 2 conditions though. Wait, what happens if I'm at 4 conditions? Does that affect
Nothing yet.
anything?
When you take 5 conditions, you're out.
Okay, cool. Oh, okay.
You're about 3.
What do you think?
You have like the last stretch left.
Fuck it, let's go. I'm gonna take a condition. I'm gonna take hopeless.
Yeah.
I'm not taking frightened.
Okay. How does Reese feel hopeless in this moment?
I think.
It's like you're insecure. What you're looking at this person and what they represent. Essentially, she is in a position that you could have been if you had maintained staying in enforcement. But then all the things that happened.
I think she's kind of feeling hopeless in the way, like, she has left Enforcers to try and do good. And this person who has not, from her eyes, done anything to even help anyone but people who don't really need being helped, like the higher-ups. Mm-hmm. And she's still in such a high position. I think that makes her feel like, what's even the point in fighting these fuckers?
Yeah.
Like, they're constantly winning.
Yeah. But you're maintaining your position and you're focused.
Yeah.
You can take a move now.
Okay. My little moves don't actually help me right now. Let me see.
I got it, yeah.
I don't know if you heard that, but my sister just cursed in the
Yeah.
background.
Sister,
She's
you
playing a
fucker.
game. Yeah, she's playing a game on the Xbox.
It's just the audience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's cursing at Alice for sure.
The crowd.
I think I'm just gonna use fight to try and
Yeah.
push past Alice and kind of, you know what? I'm gonna kick her back. I'm just gonna try and do
Yeah.
exactly what she did to try and get her back.
All right, go ahead and roll fight.
Please, dice gods, be nice to me. Fucking roll. I keep thinking it's a fail, but
Yeah, it keeps looking like a fail, and then
Yeah.
you have the 2 on, and it's okay.
Make speed for fight. So you choose one and the opponent chooses one. Oh no. What would you like to do? Through cutting violence and cutting words, you can inflict a condition, create an opportunity, or seize a super. I imagine you want to seize a superior position.
yeah. I want to see the superior position
Mm-hmm.
and
They choose one.
Hello.
I'll gain a string on them.
Okay. This is where it's strange because I know she would want to take you out of the race, but if you seize a superior position, then she wouldn't be able to.
Oh. That's true.
Provoke your opponent and gain a strength. So how do you provoke her?
I think I do what I did earlier and just be like it'll take more than that to take me out. Yeah, it's like it'll take more than that to take me out. And it's just like that at her.
Okay. I think what it kind of goes against a little bit of the rules, but I think she's going to give you a condition because that makes the most sense to my brain. So you'll take the final condition, but you are not knocked out of the race yet. If you take another condition, you're out.
Okay.
Okay.
What happens in a normal situation when that happens?
You are knocked out, comatose. So you are just a complete emotional mess that you cannot recover unless somebody gives you emotional support.
Mm-hmm.
Or you do one of the things to...
What about emotional damage?
Yes, it's emotional damage.
It's a little bit like when you get trauma in Blades,
Yeah, I was going to say that.
Yeah.
where you're kind of taken out for essentially
The
a scene until
rest
you
of
can
the
get
scene,
help.
yeah.
Okay. So that was fight. And so I think you'll need to try to get ahead, you will need to, again, defy disaster. With daring.
Yeah, so that's just a straight roll because I have -2 because of my condition.
Yeah. An upbeat!
Oh,
no, it's -2.
Yay!
-2, so
Mixed
it's
beat!
a mixed beat. I'm so sad that that was an upbeat, but now it's not.
What are you willing to sacrifice to get this?
To like get in front. Oh no, I'm in front of Alice.
Yeah, you got a superior position.
Okay. So what am I?
Sure.
So what is this defy disaster to get in first, or just to?
To
Stay
avoid Alice
Okay.
and to get ahead. Because right now you're neck and neck now with Steve.
speak. What will
Where's my
I
notes? I need to. No.
sacrifice? I'm trying to think what would be relevant.
Perhaps some of your morals would be quite the sacrifice.
Yeah, I
Your
think. Yeah,
pride.
I think.
So
I
Alice
think
is in
morals.
2, Reese is in 1 with Steve.
I think with how inflicted she is with conditions, I don't think she's thinking straight. I think all she's thinking about is she has to win. She has to beat Alice. This is her time to beat that fucker. So I think she is sacrificing some of her morals to kind of, I guess, lowering herself to the enforcers, I guess.
Yeah.
Like doing anything you can to get ahead, which is what a lot of them do.
Yeah.
So I think in the moment she's so determined that she's basically, she's willing to sacrifice her morals.
Does she have
She's
anything
not
on
gonna-
her?
I did think about this a few minutes ago, and I guess she does. I think she always wears a necklace that a certain someone gave her years ago that she's never taken off.
Do you have something that Reese would throw?
Oh, do I have anything she would throw?
Yeah.
I feel like she has like a little like metal canister with water.
Okay.
Can she throw that?
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you you essentially just like toss it back, and that you can hear Alice shout, and you know that she's moved back, and you can hear. You glance back, you see Brass and Mastiff's car right behind you.
I was gonna say hit the horse.
Did
Oh
not
my
hit the
God.
horse. Did not hit
Thank God. The
Yeah.
horse that
let's see.
didn't do anything. Poor horse is just living its life.
Alice is knocked back. And you are still neck and neck with Steve. And you can see the finish line.
Okay.
One more
If-
move.
If Reese can see the finish line,
Yeah?
I think Barb is super excited about this horse race now. She's gotten properly into it.
Yeah.
And she's forgetting herself slightly. So, would shouting, "Come on, Millicent," class as emotional support that's meaningful to Reese?
That would be so. I don't know if you'll allow it, but that would be so genuinely. If Reese heard the word Millicent come out of Barb's mouth,
Yeah.
she would probably almost cry.
Yeah, go on. roll emotional support from afar.
Also, I think Barb's got a string on Reese.
Yeah?
Can I spend that as well to give me +3?
Let's see. Do you have... I don't see a string for...
No, I think I have a string on her.
Oh, do you have a
Yeah.
string on me?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
where I was looking. That
Because you
makes
gave
more
me a
sense.
string because she has mommy issues.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, she does.
I remember that for the first time we
Yeah.
were in the chest
Yeah,
together.
that's
I was
exactly
like, oh
what
yeah,
happened.
You go upstairs to your
Reese
bed.
gets a string on her
Water
because she has
bottles.
mommy issues.
Yeah.
Mommy wasn't
Heart or spirit?
Alright, go ahead and roll emotional support.
Can she roll it with spirit? Because she's being very spirited about it.
Yeah.
9.
That makes beat. So if they open up to you, you can clear a condition. So you hear that,
Are they-
you're spurred on. So that, yeah, or you can take a +1 forward. Imagine you want to clear a condition.
Yeah, no, I'll just clear a condition. I'll clear frightened because
Yeah?
I might need to fight. Would I need to fight? No, I'll clear frightened.
You are spurned forward.
Yeah, I think a little tear like falls down her cheeks. She's like,
That's the nicest thing Bob's ever done.
yeah, literally,
Yeah.
it's a
To
nice.
anyone. To
Yeah.
anyone. Yeah.
Amazing.
That's actually so sweet.
She's not.
Don't encourage him. Don't encourage Pete. He doesn't need it.
She's growing. Growing as a person.
Yeah.
Go ahead and you can roll fight again to
Okay. Okay. Oh, okay. I got this.
Got this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Fuck
nice.
yeah.
you come tearing ahead, neck to neck with Steve, and just as you're coming over the overline, you pass fine, and the car's right behind you as well. Reese won. Was not expecting you to win, if I'm honest.
Honestly, if he hadn't done that, I don't think she
It
would
would have
not
been a
have.
mixed beat.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
would have been
Yeah.
a mixed beat. I don't think she would have made it.
The crowds go crazy. Everyone's very excited.
Mom.
Hold on, I need to get him into his bed. This is a good start to take a 5-minute break, actually.
Sounds
Yeah.
good.
And we'll come back in 5.
Okay.
So, Reese, there is obviously a ceremony with, where you are awarded, with a trophy, and you are awarded, you don't get all 40 liters in this. Essentially, they give you one, like, ceremonial bottle that's, like, a really nice bottle, but you will be given the rest of the water, and you are given, essentially, like, a bill or certificate of some kind that you can get your credits at the bank, because there's banks. There must be banks in the city. And you are given tickets, 3 tickets to the invitations to the ball, for your team. So now the Hades Ladies has 5 tickets to the ball. And while they do
Don't worry,
say
you don't need to give one to
non-transferable,
Barb.
nobody's gonna check your guys' names and things. We will go to Dorian and Aya. You find yourself in a warehouse in the dusk quarter. You are brought in. Dorian knows this person. And I will show a picture. You would have heard, obviously, Dorian call this person Beatrice. And I don't think you really clock who you're with or what's going on.
Did Aya come to the warehouse before?
This is a different location.
Yeah. But how well
yeah.
how well known are the Daughters of Dusk? Are they?
They're notorious.
Yeah. That's what I thought.
Yeah, no, Aya's. Yeah, I obviously would have heard of them as probably.
Yeah. But
Maybe
it's more of like...
It's more. I got ran over by a horse. My top got ripped off, and then there was people, and then I got carried away, and now I don't know where I am, and I'm in pain, and just.
And it's not, Daughters of Dusk isn't gonna like have branding. They're not gonna advertise.
I'm just in a weird warehouse with being carried by Dorian.
Yeah.
Who, again, we've had moments, but we're still sort of like not as friendly, not as close, I should say, as I am to some of the other Hades ladies.
Yeah.
And I'm in pain.
Yeah. Beatrice. Yes. Perfect. My friend here have hurt themselves. They took a wrong turn and got almost trampled by a horse. Can you help us?
Yeah, I saw what happened. That was crazy shit.
Yeah.
Ow, 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 ow.
So she brings you into the warehouse itself. It's like, okay, you can come and lay low here for a little while. I'll watch the door. Just don't go farther into the space. You know who is here, boss lady. Probably wouldn't really be very keen on me bringing you guys in here, but just keep to the side. Do what you need to do, and then go. Yep.
Yep. Thanks, Beatrice.
Yeah. You owe me one.
I always do.
You know what I like? And she'll go over to the door.
Dorian gets a little blush and shakes it off and walks.
So the two of you are left alone around in like a little. She'll have led you into like a little office space that seems fairly empty, and yeah,
there's like a couch, something.
Yeah, there's a desk and a chair. It doesn't look like it's used. The windows are papered over, and there is a an old couch.
Yeah, I'll place Aya on the couch and like have a look around and see if there's any medical supplies. And remember, there I have some medical supplies. It's like, where are you hurt?
I imagine it's probably like her like shoulder. So obviously like obviously I'm trying to play to where her top got ripped off. Like she probably got like smacked in the shoulder, and it like there's probably Aya's top probably still on Millicent as she's been like running along. And she's just like there's a massive bruise, I imagine. Maybe she's like dislocated her shoulder or something.
Yeah. It's like, oh, get some ice packs or something and sort of start to gingerly help you. So explain to me why you were on the track.
Thought it was a good idea at the time. Ow. Reese was shit. Like, what the hell?
I mean, it's still
like, I thought she had this in the bag, and she seemed so thingy, and then she saw someone else, and then she got all weird, and then she saw someone else, and then she got all weird again. And it just, I think they got into her head, and I don't know how, and then there wasn't enough time to do anything else to help.
How mean and unsupportive.
I'm helping while insulting her. Shut
up. Why did you want them to win so badly?
So we need bodies in, the big ball that's happening.
Do you mean live bodies or just like
No, alive people that are alive and awake and vaguely have a brain.
Okay. So you just need invitations to the ball?
Yeah, not my finest moment, to be honest. But I actually have to ask you a favor. Did you get the notes that I left? Because there's shit going down, and there's people that are trapped in a building and they need supplies. And I know you're good at sneaking things in and out.
Yeah.
She's very much like trying to say all of this while like holding back tears because she's like in a lot of pain.
Yeah.
She'd just be like, the tavern High Noon I hooked you up with McCready. To get a place to stay. They're trapped in there. Shit is going down.
Okay.
If you could get supplies, that'd be great.
Sure.
Also, she's like trying to like word vomit at the moment because she's like distracting herself from whatever.
And Dorian's like trying to soothe, but realize that your top's open, and so he's like trying to figure out how to soothe you while not being ropey.
It's one of those where she doesn't even care at this moment in time.
There.
Can use one hand, right?
Yeah, she's not even noticed. She's like staring at the wall, just like, yeah. So actually, another thing. So we have people trapped somewhere. What's the best way to sneak people out of a really high, security building?
I mean, I can talk to a few people, but I'm not usually a I don't smuggle people per se. I can smuggle in items to help them escape, potentially.
She's like, I feel like I need other people's brains. That could be helpful.
I think it's clear to Dorian that Aya is frightened, which is the condition she currently has.
She's not used to being that much in pain. Like,
Yeah.
this is her first ever, like, she's
This
had a
is what
lot of, like,
pain feels like.
yeah, she's had a lot of, like, nicks and bruises, and she's probably got, like, a couple of faint scars from things. But this is her first proper wound, because it's big, it's noticeable. It might take her out of action for a couple of days, and she's never had that before. Usually it's a hangover that takes her out for a few days. Yeah, very skittish, I would say, as well.
What am I doing? Can I? Oh no. Yep, that's fine. I try and. I'm sure as an office, there's some sort of alcohol around.
Not in this room directly. You would have to look farther afield.
I seeing how frightened I am, and having only known them for a short amount of time, I'm probably a little uncomfortable about how vulnerable they are being right now. So I just like bite on this stick for me. I will be right back. I'll get you something to help with the pain. This ice pack doesn't seem to be helping much. You don't take bloodstone, do you?
No.
Okay.
You do now.
No, I feel like
It has lots of benefits.
I mean, it does, but I feel like especially after seeing the effects of the fake one, like obviously all of the drug, like all of the issues that are happening nearby, she's a bit like, nothing like that.
You can say to the Duchess now.
Duchess has never taken that.
Thought about it, but she's never done it.
No, she's never even. That was never. You don't shit where you eat.
Dorian's gonna try and sneak out and see if they can find some sort of alcohol.
All right.
They've been in this warehouse before, right?
Yeah, I mean that would make sense. You go through various things. You've worked with them. The way that Beatrice was mentioning, then you know the leader of the Daughters of Dusk is named Ronnie. Let me check. You are. I think you would have known the Duchess. Everybody knows the Duchess.
Yeah.
Have it. Oh, that's froze. I'm trying to get my notes. How old is Dorian? About the same age as. You're a bit older, aren't you? Then you would have. How long has Dorian been working in Central as with the current job?
At least 5 years.
Okay.
Yeah, they've been around.
So then you would have been aware of the power exchange in the Daughters of Dusk.
Okay. Yeah.
So you know that Duchess, who you've seen, who was hanging out with Aya and the others, she was right there with Reese. You would have seen the Duchess, and you know that she was the leader of the Daughters of Dusk.
Okay.
And you don't know why or what happened, but she left. And there were lots of rumors about why and how. Like, there was talk of betrayal. There was talk that she did certain things, and so she was outed. She there's a lot of different rumors of why that happened. But whatever happened, her second in command, Ronnie, is now in charge.
Right.
And her second in command is named Obsidian. Is Dorian quite aware of the gossip running through the city?
Yeah.
with different things. So you would have heard in like some of the workings, and being aware of what's happening, especially like Coyote Bulldog territory. You have a safe house over there. You work a lot in Midnight Crest. Right now you don't because of the hostilities that are happening there. You would have heard that Obsidian went to Midnight Crest and took over the Coyote Bulldogs, but then this past week she has been seen back in the Dusk Quarter.
Okay.
So you don't really know what's going on there. It's all kind of strange. It feels very political.
Yeah. Dorian tries to avoid it as much as possible.
Yeah. But you know that, Ronnie is probably who Beatrice was talking about.
Yeah. All right. They remember there was like a room that's like the kitchen or whatever. Try to sneak through there as quietly as possible.
All right, then you'll need to roll Defy Disaster with a grace. Or wit. I will allow wit as well, as you're trying to be clever and knowledgeable about what you're doing.
All right.
Oh no!
Uh-oh.
That's 2 1s!
Ouch.
That is 2 ones.
Oh. Uh-oh.
We never even got a chance to meet Dorian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before we got alone.
Oh, I'm totally not left alone in hostile territory. Injured.
You'll be fine. You'll be fine. You're in the office that no one uses. You'll be fine.
Have you met Ronnie before?
Probably in passing. Like, I'll probably only deal with Obsidian. And maybe
you don't deal with Obsidian. I'll just say that. You don't.
Okay.
You may have met Ronnie. Obsidian is very much more like a strong arm. Obsidian doesn't really talk much.
Right. Then probably would meet with Ronnie then. If they're the top.
They're the top one. You probably met her once, and then mostly you probably been dealing with Beatrice and some other lieutenants almost.
Yeah.
Okay. Look what you. So you go into you know where the kitchen is?
Yep.
So you go into there, and you don't even hear anyone approach, but then you hear, well, aren't you an interesting thing to find in here?
Look, I've had... Actually, they'll just turn around.
And it's Ronnie.
Oh,
I have to
Ronnie.
show what she looked like.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Luckily, Aya's not there.
I does have a thing for redheads. Dorian will
she'll step in, like, little mouse looking for some cheese.
Have a bit of a headache and just needed some whiskey.
And so you thought, why don't I come into the warehouse, my warehouse, when you haven't been asked to look for a little bottle? Strange.
But
And she'll look back, and then you'll notice Obsidian is in the doorway. She's like, see if this little mouse here is alone. And she runs off.
I saw Duchess.
And
Seems like they're working with some people.
how wonderful for her.
I am becoming friends with some of these people.
Interesting. Why does this concern me? I have what I want.
I mean, sometimes it's just as easy to lose things as to win things.
And she'll start to walk closer. You seem to want to offer something. Speak, little mouse. Before I call my cat.
Dorian's trying to be stoic, but her heart rate is up. They will things are happening in Midnight Crest.
Oh, I know.
And alliances are changing, it seems.
Delightful chaos.
Yes. I can help push that chaos to your benefit.
Why is Midnight Crest any concern of mine? How does that benefit me?
Territory is territory.
The Outer Ring is a dumpster fire. I have this whole district.
Out of 5. Well, how many districts?
There's four in Central.
4. They're out of 4.
One more chance, little mouse.
Can I figure out if... Yeah, I'm going to try to roll figure out. Mostly to see if... Dorian...
What would Dorian do?
Dorian almost wants to throw Aya under the bus to get out of this situation. But wants to figure out if that... Yeah, they want to figure running out first to see if that will be any way helpful.
Go ahead and roll figure out a person.
Oh.
All right, nice.
Okay.
So that was an upbeat, right?
Yeah. It was a 13.
13, jeez.
Yeah.
So you get to ask 2 questions now or later in the scene.
Okay. Out of above table. Does Ronnie do they feel guilt over the potential coup over Duchess?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. Okay. Second question.
I think from her perspective, Duchess would have done exactly the same thing.
Right.
Like we're all nodding along, like, yep, she totally would.
Yeah.
No
Ronnie's
question.
Okay. What if I told you What would it mean to you if you had access to someone very close to Duchess?
I think I'd be curious on how that would benefit me. Duchess has fallen from grace. Everyone sees her as the failure that she is. Stuck out in the outer ring.
You don't seem to... I think you misjudge the importance of the outer ring. And you've spent too much time with the central people.
Well, how can the outer ring benefit me?
It's always supply and demand.
Interesting. Could you roll entice, please?
Hot, okay. Okay, mixed bait.
Okay. Let's see, with entice, mixed beats. Gain a string on them unless they decide to choose one. Give flustered and awkward. Promise something they think you want or given to desire. She steps closer to Dorian and just kind of looks you up and down. You seem to have a lot of ideas, little mouse. Come, you will tell me about them. Not here. You can come with me. And she'll turn, assuming that you were going to come with her.
I will walk. Do I see Beatrice or Obsidian?
We should pause there and jump over to Fee with Aya to see what happens.
Sorry, Aya!
Yeah,
Aya.
she's just, feeling pain, waiting for Dorian to come back.
Scared. A figure steps in the door, and it is not Dorian. You do recognize this person.
I
There's
thought
Obsidian,
I might.
from the warehouse.
Yeah.
And she also recognizes you, considering you had been captured that night.
Yep. Because I was the distraction.
You were the distraction, and you were eventually let go.
Yeah.
Bruised and battered.
Yeah, that was because I was helping out bloody Barb and Darlene.
Yeah, and Obsidian probably did some of the work on you.
Yeah.
Left to the others as well. She seemed, you will recall, she seemed to really enjoy trying to get information out of you.
Yeah.
And she'll...
I was just gonna look up and be like, fuck my life. Just be like, it's so nice to see you again. Well, she's like holding, she can't even hide it. She's literally got no top on. Just like her bra, like bruised everywhere. Just like, well, shit. This is not how I expected our reunion to go.
I kind of narratively want her to just come up and knock you out.
I mean,
That
fair.
makes sense to me, unless you wanted to do something else in
No,
the scene.
I mean, I feel like Aya's in that she literally couldn't do anything anyway.
Yeah.
Like,
She
I
just goes,
imagine it's...
fuck my life, and she strides forward and just like clocks you with the butt of her sword.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Dorian, you follow Ronnie out, and you look over and you see Obsidian with Aya over her shoulder walking down the hallway towards you. And Ronnie leads you out. There are probably about 10 other Daughters of Dusk working in the space. and we will leave you guys there. Barb, any last things that Barb would like to do? About 10 more minutes.
Should probably, if we last left Barb and the others
Yeah.
when Reese was
Celebrations.
getting their celebration, so she'll probably come up to the stage to give a brief speech about how she helped and
Save
was
the
the
day.
linchpin in the whole thing. And if she hadn't have been there, then Reese and Belinda wouldn't have won.
Back to Belinda now, yeah.
Well, she helped when she needed to help. If Reese decides to be nice to Barb, maybe she'll start calling Belinda by the right name.
Well, she was going to be nice until she started doing this. No. I think Reese will just let her. I think Reese is just so exhausted. It's just like, whatever. I don't care if these people think her name is Belinda. I think she's just like, let Barb do her thing. She's just too tired.
Oh, and Duchess, you're obviously there as well to celebrate. Aya is nowhere to be seen. After having run off, I think Duchess, did you see that happen? I can't remember if you...
Don't know if I did, because they went off and did that, and then the Duchess kind of sabotaged Brass's car, so she was probably distracted.
Aya's missing. Which is not unusual for Aya, to be fair.
Yeah.
No, but in this sort of situation, it kind of is, because she would have gone missing at the after party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But not before it.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't make sense for her to be missing.
I think Reese would be concerned because she knows she ran into her.
She's got her
like
shirt on the fucking Millicent.
That's true.
Attached. Just a
Yeah,
strip
she just
attached.
saw that Millicent and she's like, shit. She's holding her tattered t-shirt.
Is that Aya's?
What?
I don't know what she did, but she ran in front of the horses and the people racing, and I kind of ran into her by accident. So I haven't seen her since. Have you guys seen her? Is she okay?
No, I lost track of her.
Really care, but is she okay?
I don't know. I kept going.
And was your poor find her then?
What?
I don't care, but someone should probably find her.
Yeah,
We'll find her. She'll be about.
Now that I'm not focused on the race, I feel really bad. So you should probably find her.
Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you. I think Reese will also look at Barb and just like, thank you
No trouble.
for that. Yeah, okay, that's enough. So,
Reese is looking rough. And you're guilty, hopeless, and you got 4 conditions out of 5.
yeah.
Can we blow off some steam?
Yeah.
That's an emotional support thing, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah, I
Reese
think so.
just wants nachos and to get
Yeah,
so
sure.
Choose
Like,
alcohol
Go
and
to your usual place. Oh no, and
Yeah.
Aya
Bob
doesn't get to
finally gets to get-
partake.
I'll finally get to again now.
Yeah, the Duchess just like links her arm through Reese's and says, I know exactly what you need.
You know what? Since I won and you guys helped, nachos are on me.
Maybe I'll get to eat mine this time.
Did you last time? Did you do last time?
No, nothing. Just talking.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, just chatting.
talking.
Yeah, it's nothing.
Wasn't awkward for anyone
Anyway,
else
no,
involved.
we forgot you were there.
You forgot
No
I was
offense.
there? You could hear me crunching on the nachos. I am not quiet when I eat.
We should get nachos.
Okay, fine.
Nachos.
Ah! She's just so... I think Reese is still full of adrenaline. She's like, okay.
Yeah.
Ah! Go.
Get
She's
nachos.
getting hangry. She's getting hangry is what it is.
Blow off steam.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I feel like we all need to now know that Reese gets hangry.
No one's
Deal with that.
surprised.
I've got some sugar lumps in her pocket if Reese wants any.
What?
Some sugar lumps in her pocket if
Her
Reese
blood
wants some
sugar's
sugar
low.
You offer them to Reese, she will grab it and just
Yeah,
shove it
she'll
down her
give her
gob.
sugar lumps.
He'll just be like, oh my god. And she's just so wound up. I think she's just going like,
All right, Duchess, you can show Reese a good time.
What is it? It's plus heart, isn't it?
Yeah, let's see.
Bottle of spirits.
Oh, and you don't have any strings on them.
Yeah, that's what I was just looking at. Okay. I'm not very good with heart. Oh, okay. I think I've got a +1, so it's 11.
Oh, it's an upbeat.
Yeah, +1. So 12.
Ooh. All right. If they choose to throw themselves in your chosen activity with vigor, they choose 1, and you either choose 1 or take a string on them. And you feel reinvigorated by the excitement you share. So clear a condition, mark XP, or +1 forward. Or, Duchess, you can take a string. I think everybody has that move, blow off steam.
Mm.
Yeah. I think I've used it once, but it was not to eat nachos.
Oh, no.
poor Aya misses out on the nachos every time.
I know! Every time!
Well, you got trampled by a horse and then abducted by the Daughters of Dusk. You can't expect these things happen.
I feel like Aya dreams of nachos, but people eating them so far away, she just can't get there.
Yeah.
It was even made once in the Hades Ladies headquarters.
Yeah, and the alpha wasn't there for that.
I know.
Oh no, Reese hasn't been there for all the nacho times, has she? It was Debbie and Duchess the first time, I think, wasn't it? Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
Because I
Yeah,
remember an
'cause-
episode.
Yeah, you guys
called
got drunk
Nachos
and then
or
they
something.
drunken nachos.
Nachos.
I think I'm gonna clear hopeless because I think that makes sense, especially since you won the race. I think,
Yeah.
and I think with her friends with her and eating nachos, things doesn't seem all that bad.
Aw.
You see,
Food
that's
fixes
nachos.
everything.
Yeah. And Barb was kind of nice to her, so
Yeah.
Can I take
Kind of
a string
accidentally.
on Reese?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Gotta collect them all. Where's Reese? There you are. Does Barb want to help with
Yeah.
any of them? Now that you see, it's like, well, you can show them a good time. I can show her a good time.
Yeah.
Anyone?
Bob's never had nachos before.
Oh my god.
So I think maybe she'll want to try like every single topping. So she'll happily share some of those toppings with Reese because it's probably too much for her anyway.
Reese will literally eat as much as Barb allows her. Barb like, oh yeah, you can have, and she just fucking scoops it up.
Yeah.
Hoovers it in.
Literally. Just grabs the thing and just.
So should I roll heart as well?
Yeah. Yeah. Makes no sense. Oh.
Oh.
Downbeat. The moment is interrupted by a new threat or an observer gets the wrong idea. If players consent, the attempt to support could lead to a misunderstanding between participants. That's funny.
Eating all my fucking toppings.
All the toppings. And then suddenly Reese, you're like, oh no, does Barb think that I have a thing for her?
Do I know about the thing with Duchess? Has Barb have found out?
I think the Duchess told.
I feel like she
Yeah.
probably
I told
told like everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, if Aya gets told something,
Yeah,
she
the
probably tells
jungle drums
everyone.
She
would have
kind
gone.
of,
Yeah.
Especially something that's really, in her eyes, kind of inconsequential, and it wouldn't mean much to Barb if other people knew.
Yeah,
Because
Reese would
all
have
she
heard.
knows, all she knows is the breakup.
If you didn't hear from Aya, you would have heard from Ms.
Oh yeah,
Because it
for
would have
sure.
gotten to Ms.
Yeah.
And she would have thought
Yeah.
that would be really funny.
You probably
feel
would have
like-
seen the Duchess
Yeah.
walking around for a little while, just being like,
Dazed.
"No, what just
Yeah.
happened?"
I feel like Reese gets all of her gossip from Miz. I think she doesn't pay
fine.
attention half the time, but then when Miz has gossip first to her, she's like, "Tell me."
Yeah. And vice versa, you tell her stuff as well, which is quite fun.
Yeah, for sure.
Cool. So that means you weren't able to clear another condition though. There are things that you can do to clear conditions as well, but we can do that next time. That was quite good. What a crazy session.
Mm.
Get more
see.
people that we have to rescue.
Yeah.
Well, maybe
Yeah,
not. You don't
but-
know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, Aya might talk her way out of it.
Get killed off.
Yeah.
Dorian.
One less ticket we need for the ball.
That's true.
Let's see. End of session. There it is. Any PC confess their love. Nope, nobody did that. Any PC struck a blow against oppression or de-escalated. But I feel like you guys took a blow to oppression today through like knocking down some of those characters, taking tickets away from certain parties.
Yeah.
So 1 XP for that. And definitely PC leapt into danger with daring panache, so that's 2. So 2 points today for everybody.
Yay.
Even
Get an advance.
involved in the.
Yep, it goes to everybody. And if you did mark a downbeat during the session, you should have had an XP, mark an XP for each one of those as well. So somebody
Ooh.
probably, I'm sure
I
somebody-
leveled up halfway through this because I got 2 downbeats. I'll actually text on to the move that I've decided on.
Cool.
I'm so
Yeah,
close
I need to take a move.
Yeah, having to move to another playbook.
We've
Ooh.
been playing for a year now.
Mm.
Really? Wow. Gosh.
Crazy.
I think so.